So, rivalries.
Rivalries.
I want us to talk about rivalries and kind of touch on the beef and where is it at now. So I'm going to name people.
Okay.
And I want you just to be honest, and I hope people that are watching would take it and don't take the shade.
Right, it's not. No, I'm not gonna be shady.
Okay.
I can't. At this point in my life, there's no more shade.
So let's start. We'll take it first. NIAMBI.
Right, you read my mind. You read my mind, because honestly, to me, that is my only rivalry. And I say that on to say because she makes me really work for it. You know what I mean? I know in my mind when I step on the floor with her to go into my bag of tricks, because she's definitely gonna take me there.
How did it start? Was there ever a real beef, honestly?
Just as far as Ballroom, because I would see her at the bar and say hi cordially. Our house members kind of kept us apart. So anytime we would bump like in the bathroom, girl, I'ma serve you. Bitch, you ain't got it. It would be.
Why do you think every time y'all would battle 3 times? 2? What do you think it was?
Well, most of the time we were battling in Philly in her town. And I guess we're going to all say in Ballroom, it's kind of politic like that. You're from this state. You can't come. You're not coming to this town to turn it out. Period. You get what I mean? So in doing stuff like that, you're really turning it out. You know what I mean? To come to another town and to go ham and win? What? So it kind of started from that. And the constant battles, the 3, 4, 5 times, they would want to see me wear out to see, wait, she couldn't have did that. Oh, no, we going to do it again. Oh, you know what, just get it. They've even done stuff to even try to rig the judges, to make the judges say, no, pick her. But, at that time in Ballroom for me, and even to now, it was semi-fair, it's your own individual vote. So it's like whoever you chose to pick is who you pick.
Okay, so but, where y'all at now? All these years later.
NIAMBI now. I felt our last battle was a little bit much. We both were drunk. We were drinking. Okay. I'm gonna say that first. We both were a little bit drunk. That's my sister NIAMBI. Like I love her for what she does. I'm sure she loves me for what I do. But once again, I'ma just speak, cause like you said, just keep it real. This is keep it real. Just a touching, it just don't do that. There's so much space on.
What about people that feel like you touch, like back then?
Well, I mean, say what you say, but the tapes show what they show. I have like about 25% haters and 95% fans, so it won't matter. Or people that just love me, not fans or whatever, but
supporters.
People that supporters that are like, okay, fuck that, Yolanda is right. Right,
I'm glad you said it, because I'm a firm believer. Like when people say fan, I'm like, no, you're a supporter.
A supporter, right? Because I'm not a star yet.
Okay.
Catch me on that one.
So but NIAMBI. Okay, because we're gonna touch on everybody. I don't want.
Right.
Okay, Deja. Cause you and her were rivals. When I say rival, y'all was someone that battled when.
Well, I'ma just say this to clear it out for all of them, and I don't care what any of them say. I was before any of them, and I have taught every last one of them. Deja, MEEKA, Alora, Janice. NIAMBI's probably about the only one I didn't teach because she was in Philly. But the rest of those all lived in New York City. And none of them knew what to do with any of their performances. Deja kind of wanted to be dramatic when I wanted to make her be soft and kind. MEEKA had transitioned from between Vogue Femme to a Femme Queen performance. So, she had her own little twist. Alora was just a little bit too dramatic, and Janice just didn't know what to do.
No, so let's back up. You and Deja.
Right.
What was that rivalry? Where y'all at?
Deja, I haven't spoken to her or seen her in a while. That wasn't a rivalry. It was a couple of battles that I can count on my hands that didn't really meant nothing to me because I've won every last one. So there wasn't no rivalry there. We've done a few Clubhouse a couple of times. We, here and there.
No, remember she got you bang, 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 shawam.
But that didn't mean nothing. and I say that on to say it wasn't nothing like running to the end of the latex stage and jumping in front of millions of people and thousands of people. Janet Jackson, everybody, whoever. That was my part. So it never was a rivalry because There just wasn't. I love her down for coming. For see why it's not a rivalry is because if I taught you something to do and then you try to take it and use it against me, that's whack.
No, what I mean more of like these are the girls that was from your time. You battled. You know what I'm saying? That you had something.
But it was me and NIAMBI because those battles were so intense.
Okay.
Like when I think of the back in the day, she was the one to come out and she would go wham and I would go, it was crazy. But I will give it to Deja and her little moment of trying to, hand it to me. I showed you something, you took it and tried to run. You're never going to win over the creator.
What about you and Sexy Lexi?
Me and just thank you, because I totally taught her too. See, that's my thing of myself.
So, but describe your battles, because y'all had some intense battles too.
And then, that's my part, Father, is like, I taught you something, and then you use it against me. And me and Sexy Lexi, truthfully, secretly, on the hush, that's my sis. Mm-hmm. We've never gotten to the point of like terrible physical, really whatever. We might have gotten angry with each other and we might have touched a few times and got a little bit out of the way, but right after we were in the car driving back smoking a blunt and touche. It was very that. But at the ball we were pissed off. Mm-hmm. Bitch, you did that. No, bitch, you this. But
very dramatic back then.
Right, but Alexis, Sexy Lexi, to me, out of the whole pack, is one. Just out of them all, has kept herself together. And our performance is similar because we were around each other so much. And I was free-spirited with my Vogue because I always knew I had something up my sleeve. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to teach you the trick of today, but what you don't know is the trick for tomorrow or tonight.
So you and Janice, describe that.
Me and Jiggy Ja, wow. Jiggy Ja, what can I say? What can I say? But that she's never won over me. She never will win over me.
No, she got you one time.
I don't care. It doesn't matter, Father. Tell me when it matters. When it matters is when it matters and it matters.
So you don't see her performance?
I like Johnny's performance. And we were actually speaking about her performance earlier on just the diversity of that. She's trying to, and just... Ballroom is ballroom, but aside to ballroom, you also have to be, the most that they can ever say about me is that I'm a mean person. I don't try to get that much of my business out there. You gotta have some type of, you gotta just be for you. I love Janice to death. Don't get me wrong, I love her to death, but it's like, I try to be so sweet to her, I try to be nice and say nice things, and she always twisted it or turned it into something, whatever. So that's why I feel her performance is where it's at, and her ballroom status and everything is where it's at, because you're not doing the right things after you leave out the ball. You're cursing out the wrong people. These are iconic legends that don't even have to judge you or even have you in their ball.
Next person, last but not least for this segment. You and MEEKA, always the last two.
That's another one. That was not really a rivalry. Me and MEEKA battled the few times we battled. I'll give it to MEEKA because she's one of the only ones that could kind of get me a little bit out of myself, as far as just I'm more of a dramatic performance and she's more of a laid back, soft and cut in the cut. She definitely has a secret trick for you.
Has there ever really been, honestly, real beef with y'all? For real, for real?
I guess it's different because, like I said, I'm going to say, I knew MEEKA before she even did the whole transformation. So when it happened right in front of my eyes, it was like, oh, another one. You get what I mean? Like another one. You get what I mean? Like, oh, shit. I already had Deja and this one. I was already NIAMBI, and I was already, not even, as a matter of fact, the Sanaya's and the Ashley's and the that. Mm. And so MEEKA just was like, oh my gosh, okay, now.
How do you feel that you're always, whenever y'all always the last two? You ever noticed that?
Because we practice in the house a lot. Now that all the years and everything, because I had been very mad over certain things and evil about certain things, but I'm getting older. I'm 32 now, and I want to release all that negative stuff. And
because she said when she saw you, she felt really good. Like she felt like.
Yeah, I needed to do it so bad. Like, I didn't even care if I came back out for the money or not. I never won money at balls. I've always, you know, had my own money, and people was always, you know, boyfriends or whatever. So it never was that major to come. It actually was just an activity I let out for me, just as well as MEEKA, you know. And I just hope the best for us right now. I really hope the best for us. We're like about the last two standing on the low, you know, and I don't want to see her in a bad position. Our rivalry is how it was. I've come to the conclusion to say that's what that was. There was times, and there has been a time where I've needed MEEKA, even if it was to speak to her about personal things aside Ballroom. You get what I'm saying? So I've come to a conclusion to look at the better things instead of looking at stuff that's just like that doesn't mean nothing, because all that negative stuff, it just weighs you down like an anchor on the boat, like the Titanic to sink. So, you know, I just wish us the best. Us being the last two, I really strongly wish the best for both of us, family and all that.